My brother's smirk was already waiting for me when I stepped into the backyard, wide, greasy, the kind of grin people wear when they think they're untouchable. "Thanks for the free ride, loser," he said, loud enough for our relatives to hear. Laughter scattered like broken glass. My mother didn't flinch, didn't defend me. She adjusted her pearl bracelet, looked me dead in the eyes, and said, "You should learn from him. He knows how to survive without whining." A hush fell. Even the grill smoke seemed to pause mid-air. I reached into my coat pocket. Their amusement didn't fade. They thought I was pulling out a checkbook, a wallet, another bandage to wrap around their self-inflicted wounds. Instead, I unfolded a crisp document and placed it gently on the table between the potato salad and the cheap plastic cups. I leaned in, voice low, steady. "Actually, class is dismissed." My mother froze. My brother blinked. A wind chime trembled behind us, caught in the tension. No one else knew what the notice meant, but they did. And the look on their faces, that was when the real story began. I used to believe silence was noble, that being the good child meant absorbing the blows, smiling through the thefts, and pretending favoritism was accidental. My brother was the golden one from the minute he could walk. Break a window? Mom laughed. Steal from my wallet? Mom sighed. Drop out of school? Mom defended him like a lawyer with a halo. Me? I paid bills at 21, bought the family home at 24, hosted holidays, funded repairs, covered emergencies. And every time I helped, my mother would pat my arm like I was a maid, not a daughter. "You're strong," she'd say. "You can handle more." More meant everything. My brother took. My mother encouraged it. And I was the fool who kept giving them more rope to pull me apart. But there comes a moment when neglect stops hurting and starts clarifying. For me, that moment arrived with the bank letter. He'd done it again. My brother forged my name on a loan application, this time for a truck he bragged about online. My mother co-signed, called it family teamwork. When I confronted her, she rolled her eyes. "Don't be dramatic. He needed help. You don't." It wasn't just entitlement, it was expectation. The belief that my life existed to buffer their consequences. When I told them I wouldn't pay the loan, my brother laughed. "Guess you want your credit ruined, loser." And my mother dismissed me with a wave. "Don't make problems where there are none." But there were problems, big ones they didn't realize I was done solving. Their comfort depended on my silence. I decided to break it quietly. I didn't yell, didn't argue, didn't warn. Anger is loud. Strategy is quiet. I reviewed the documents, every forged signature, every unpaid rent month in the house they temporarily moved into 5 years ago, every text where they admitted to using my credit because you don't mind, right? I became meticulous, cold, focused. I took the lease I'd made them sign, another formality they never read, month to month, terminable without cause. Then I contacted a lawyer. No theatrics, no threats, just precision. They wanted to turn me into their safety net. I planned to cut every thread. So when my brother mocked me at the family gathering, he didn't realize he was standing on a trapdoor. He lifted his beer, savoring the audience. "You know what, Mom?" he said. "If she wasn't such a screw-up, she could live like me, rent-free, no stress." Mom nodded. "You should learn from him. He's resourceful." Resourceful. If fraud counted as a skill, he'd be a prodigy. Their superiority was almost impressive, delusional in its confidence. But I didn't flinch. I pressed the eviction notice flat on the table and slid it toward them. My mother's hand trembled when she read the header. "Eviction?" she whispered, voice cracking. My brother grabbed the paper. "What is this? You can't do this." "I can," I said, and I did. His smirk vanished. My mother's pearls stopped clinking. The table fell into a stunned, electric silence. I lowered my voice so only they could hear. 5 years of unpaid rent, a forged loan application, and attempted credit fraud again. All documented, all reported. My brother swallowed hard. My mother's eyes watered, not from guilt, but from losing control. "You're bluffing," she whispered. I pulled out the stamped confirmation from the court. "No, I'm concluding." My mother's hand flew to her mouth. "Amy, you can't throw your family out." "You threw yourselves out," I said. "I'm just signing the paperwork." My brother pointed at me like an angry child. "You're insane." "No," I said. "I'm done." My mother didn't cry. She erupted. A scream tore from her throat so loud the neighbor stepped onto their porch. She slammed her hand on the table, accused me of betrayal, of cruelty, of destroying the family. The hypocrisy was deafening. Relatives stared, shocked. Someone dropped a drink. My brother begged her to calm down, but she shoved past him, pacing, wailing, cursing. Her meltdown shook the fence, maybe the block. But I stayed still, quiet, untouched. Years of emotional earthquakes had trained me for this one moment of absolute stillness. They left the gathering in chaos, my mother sobbing, my brother furious, both finally facing consequences they couldn't outsource to me. I remained at the table, the eviction notice replaced by a clean, empty space. It felt symbolic. I inhaled deeply, smelling the grill smoke, the grass, the freedom. My life had been on pause for decades. Now it wasn't. Some lessons are painful, some are overdue, and some you teach only once. I stood, brushed the crumbs from my hands, and walked away, leaving their tantrum echoing behind me like a door closing for good.